You're listening to Beloit Podcast.
I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping. Still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know why nobody told you how to control your love. I don't know how someone controlled you. They bought and sold you.
I'm sitting here with Darious Pittman.
Yes, sir.
So how's it going today?
I'm doing really good. I'm blessed. I'm doing real good.
Well, like I said, I caught some of your videos on YouTube, just some of your, a cover of the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and on one of your tracks, Helping Hands.
Yes.
Both very good. I was very moved by them. They were
I
kind
appreciate
of
that.
original sounding.
Yeah, thank you. And what's interesting about that is I recorded those in my home studio at my house, right on Merrill, right on Beloit, upstairs. Padded it out, get the microphones, play the guitar out and just make some music, I come from an age where, guys had studios in their basements or, in their attics, we had the microphone hanging off a hanger
using
back
tapes,
then.
using anything.
So now it's becoming with the way media is and the way you can link up in the internet and technology.
Yep.
Spend a couple dollars, man, take that tax return, and just buy a studio, bro, and just do it at home.
We live in a construction city, a lot of construction businesses. I try to make the connection with people that your construction van or your utility vehicle is your website.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to have both if you're going to do something like that today.
I agree.
You got to have your vehicles.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I usually ask everybody, everyone takes a long wandering path to get where they're comfortable in life, doing what they love to do.
Yes.
Give me your story. Where have you been? What got you here?
I'm the king of short story long, so I'll try to do it the other way around for a change. But born in Beloit, born on the east side, Argyle off of Porter Avenue, from a church family, a Baptist church family on Brook Street. Faith Temple Church is still up right now. My grandfather's name, Miller Clyde Webster, is on the wall still. Rest in peace to him and my grandmother, Dora Webster. Just passed recently, staples in the community. I come from a huge, hierarchical, Baptist family. The grandparents up here, you got 9 aunts and uncles, and you got 50 cousins, It's a whole bunch of guys, and it's and I went to Ty Elementary, 1st and 2nd grade, My father, unfortunately, was killed at work. At Bear, 91. And after that is when the slope started. They say somebody, goes downhill after that. It's like my mom kind of went off the cliff, it seemed like, and things got hard, But 10 years of, hard times and shelters and being homeless and moving to Rockford and honing where I'm from, because I represent Beloit to the fullest, but I was raised in Majestic Park, Harlem.
I also grew up in Rockford for a little bit.
Yep.
I've been in the surrounding areas, so that's what this show is about. Many of us have left.
Moved around, exactly. Yeah.
Beloit's unique.
Yeah, man, and that's what it is for me too. So I'm from Harlem, Colonial and Elm Street and the Boys and Girls Club and the Hoffman and all that. But I'm also a Beloit dude through and through, the big pool, doing flips at the big pool, and all that, man. So, but yeah, when I came back around 2004, I finished school in South Beloit and came back. There was a lot of music going on. A good friend of mine, Tyrone Swayze Heard, who's doing a lot of good music. You guys check him out. His name is Swayze. Look him up. Just Google him. He's doing a lot of good things right now. There was something going on called Graveyard Entertainment. A friend of mine, Jerry Tucker, was doing the Hat Beats. They had, they were rapping, and I came in town, and I was, I come from a long line of producers and mixers. Samuel Cartwright, my cousin David Carter, who I look up to as, my Dre and Diddy. If I have to impress my older cousins with my stuff before anybody else,
I can buy that.
You feel me? So it's like they were doing music. I brought them together with Jerry Tucker and Swayze, and we all formed Graveyard Entertainment, which is 5 dudes, young, hungry, doing hip hop music, recording, rapping, and producing it all ourselves. And off St. Lawrence and McKinley, it's all right Beloit. Everyone who from a good friend of mine, Rich Porter, look him up, was doing a lot of good things.
We actually had him on our first week of doing this.
That's my good man. He's actually going to be on my upcoming CD coming out soon. We'll talk about that later. Him, Tone Montana, everybody around the way was involved in Graveyard back in the day. Dissolution, wise, Tuck moved away, Swayze did some solo stuff. We all did our own thing. I, around that time, released a mixtape, around, let's say, 2012, pre-games and after parties, prior to, actually after releasing my solo album, A God and the Devil, in 2009. It's all online, but I look at it as 2012 was when I really decided that my community was where I got my hunger to do music at. Without the people, dog, if there wasn't people here that cared or listened to it, I wouldn't do it. I play guitar in my house by myself, but I wouldn't actively go out and do things like I did in the city if it wasn't for my people, that care about me. And they treat me good, man, and I love Beloit to the fullest in Rockford just because of the way. If you show love, you get it back. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's proven
That's
here,
true.
too. But around 2012, we did pre-games and after parties. My first mixtape, hip-hop wise, I did that because what happened was after around 2008, hip-hop got really. There's a lot of dancing, a lot of snapping fingers. No one was rapping no more. There was no lyrical content. And me being an alternative guy, I like Matchbox 20 in 97, 98. I loved Radiohead, Dave Matthews, everything.
Well, it's lyrical content.
Yeah. Coming from Rockford, coming from the west side of Rockford, in 98, 99, saying you like Dave Matthews or saying, anything like that, it's so a cultural issue, But, times change and you grow into yourself and you don't care. But I really was into alternative music and guitar a lot around 2007, 2008. And hip-hop I loved it to death, but it was further away. They weren't talking about none of that a man my age, 21, 22, wanted to hear about.
Yeah.
And so I just started to really say, forget it, man. Listen to the Nirvana you've been wanting to get into. Get into your Jimmy. Get into, a Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden. And I did that through and through, bro. And then by the time I got to the Beatles, no turning back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get into the Beatles, and so when I picked up my acoustic guitar, when I finally bought a guitar, man, I bought a cheap little Strat, a little amp, didn't know what to do with it, and I went to Void on Cranston and walked in like, guys, what do I do with this? And they showed me everything, man, and not everything, but they started me off. I went home, stayed around good guitar players, and listened to other music, and opened up my mind to a different world of music. If you're stuck in that hip-hop world your whole life, it's cool, man, but the negativity and what it could do to a culture, it's if you're stuck in that. I know people in Chicago who have never been seen a serious talent. People who are out there and it's all they know is the trap. All they know is the hunger and the pain. But, man, you listen to Here Comes the Sun, man. Listen to some, you put in the White Album or even the first album. Dog, how can you not uplift and feel good about it?
I'm glad you bring that up because that is the exact same thing I'm doing with this podcast. When people see this podcast, I hope that to them it's Here Comes the Sun. Because there's a lot going on in this city, and this is a central location. My website might as well be a CD, it might as well be a painting, it could be anything. It's a medium for people to go to and reach inspiration from what's going on right here in our city.
For sure, man. And it's here. And it takes people like you to do things like this, to take the initiative. And everyone in Beloit has a great idea. Everyone loves it, but it takes just to get up. That one step to get up and do something, to set it up. And that's why I'm, like people like Lil Chief, man, like that's my dog. I appreciate his grind, because seeing what Chief was doing, it made me, because I'm 28 now, and that's old in the hip hop game, and in music period, technically, just to start off. But I was seeing what Chief was doing, and a lot of people was doing, and the grind they had, it hungered me, it brought my hunger back to me. So after I had a band down for the cause, me and Adam Kazir was playing at Earth to Clark, another great band to check out, man. Really, I'll actually introduce you guys together. I formed, it was a hip-hop open mic at Jack's. It was the first time you can, 8 Mile without it getting grungy. You can come perform independent hip-hop music at a good venue for 9 months straight. We did it. At the same time here at Bushel Pecks for almost 2.5 years, Greg Gerard was doing the open mic. He moved on to other things and I was, playing for a long time and, being the annoying guy who wanted to get it, get a set late, and he eventually gave me the open mic. I hosted it for 3 years here. So that's why I picked here, because I stood here for 3 years. Plugged up the PA every night, every Friday, and all the kids, young and old, came down here, and we did it for a long time. So Thursdays I was doing a hip hop night at Jackson. On Fridays I was coming here, you know, singing the Verb Pipe Freshman, or singing, you know, Paranoid Android Man, or something, you know, whatever, you know, Foo Fighters, everything I love, and that was it. I got to put everything I loved into one thing. And every week I was, you know, successfully, and it was lucrative. It was business. It showed me that,
definitely,
you know, it's more to it than just the passion for it. It's actually a whole life you can live if you care about the music.
Oh yeah.
You know, and after those things broke up and they fell apart, you know, me and Adam did Anti-Gravity, which was a hip-hop duo we had together. Really good looking stuff, uplifting stuff, really lyrical. You can look that up also. And it turned me to where I am now, to where I've done so much. And for other people and behind the scenes, we sent people to the BET Awards. You know, we had I-20 and from our DTP come up to Jack to do all that. And now it's like, before it gets too late, you know, my daughter's 7 now. I wanted to wait before. You know, I'm not going to go out of town. I'm not going to leave and do all this. I'm here for my daughter, dog. You know, I need to be around my kid, bro.
You know,
as long as she's young enough to where she can realize I'm gone like that, I'm going to be here. And now it's at the point where she understands Daddy does his music and this is what he's going to do. I can make it for lost time, you know.
And, you know, that's the thing about modern technology. You can be almost anything you want to be right now. You can make a business out of a small talent doing simple things for people. And, you know, simple things are just an exchange of words at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've done so far. I think you'll be our 14th guest, maybe.
Awesome, man.
So we've been doing it over a month now.
Yeah, I went to the page the other day and started listening to a couple of them. I was actually at work in the back listening to the podcast but I'm going to go home and listen to all of them, man, because I'm just happy to be a part of a community of people that's actually doing things with the mind power they have. Because I got a song with Little Chief called Ricochet. You can look it up on YouTube with Anti-Gravity. He says, you need to open the eye you're not looking out of. It's a shame you're not using your superpowers. And he's right, man. It's like, if we all harness the ability we have between us, inside of us, you know, you could be superhuman, dude, you know, if you actually use the ability. But some of us is comfort live. We get used to just being at home and, you know, and just sitting around and, you know, and just not doing nothing with ourselves, just enough to get by. That the amazing things we can do with our time here on Earth, which can be taken at any moment, especially in this city. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the best of it, bro. I don't have people get shot by the cops. People get shot by each other. Heroin overdoses out. It's ridiculous. Rest in peace. A lot of my friends, you know, car accidents. Everyone I know from high school seems like they're just dying, you know, or either you're gonna die or you gotta just live to the fullest, bro. And that's when I built that studio last year. A lot of us are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I built my studio last year. We released 2 songs. We have a problem. You can look it up on YouTube too, me and Adam. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna capitalize on all this power I have. Use all my resources. Legalize my business. 251 Entertainment. You know, get my ASCAP, my LLC, tax ID, all the stuff that a normal artist doesn't think to go do. They just want to rap. They just want to play guitar.
Turn it into a business.
Yeah, you got to actually do something with it. And I'm going to encourage the young cats I know, you know, through my open mic I have. And also the Overflowing Cup. Shout out to Kathy Taylor and Adam Taylor over at the Overflowing Cup, the open mic they do. You know, they basically, a lot of the kids that went to mine when we stopped mine went over there. And it's just stuff like that sitting at home all day, I can watch documentaries all day and do nothing, you know, and read books, and I'm cool with that. But whenever I get out and I just, even something like this, speak to another human being, I feel like the most important and the most awesome thing that we can do as humans is interact with other humans. That is the coolest thing, the most aesthetically pleasing thing to me is to interact with another human being, dog. You know?
Yeah, this podcast, you can put an earbud in your ear, be jogging down the road, you can be biking, you can be walking, but you're communicating with your city and your people around you. Yeah. It's such an easy connection. For sure. Know? And to see what got me into this was I Googled, you know, Beloit radio talk show, Beloit. For a city like this, a population of 35,000 in an area of over 60,000 people, we need more communication. So, for sure, bro. You know, I don't have to be the only one. There can be a lot of people who, if younger kids aren't finding stuff to do, communication is a business.
For sure, man. Yeah, especially now, man. Back in the day, 10 years ago when I was rapping, you know, started rapping, it's like, do shows. Maybe one day, you know, George Martin will come in. You know what I'm saying? One day, you know, Paul Epstein will pop up in the club and see you in the Camera Club. Yeah, it may work like that. But nowadays, the way to do it, bro, build your brand online. You know, build it up. Make your SoundCloud, make your YouTube, make your page as big as Drake's is. Make yours look just as good as theirs. There's independent videographers. There's just shout out to Matt Nemitz, who does amazing video, Photoshop design. I mean, it's people I know who do setting up, events for people like you, man. It's like if the community comes together and utilize all the talents we have, we can make our own brand.
You don't have to impress the George Martins. You don't have to impress the big corporate people. You can build a platform with your community behind you and be even stronger.
They can't help but notice. They can't help but see. I'm shooting a video this weekend actually. It's so like I'm torn. I'm not torn. It's not torn, but with the city sometimes. Like when I first started playing guitar, I'm from Rockford. I'm from Keeler Avenue, Dewey. I'm from
lots of influence.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, Darious is playing guitar now. What is up? So you don't rap no more? What is it? You're a rock star now? It's like, no, this is music. When I'm learning how to play guitar to eventually make my own beats to rap over type thing. But I didn't know it was going to turn into what it turned into. Dog, before I knew it, I'm at Sugar River in a campfire, some stuff, some Ben Harper, man, but it opened up my mind and my heart because I was a disheveled, angry, chip on my shoulder guy. My father died. My mom was a former drug addict, and I lived through all this heroin stuff. So I came in Beloit with chip on my shoulder 2 hours before. That's what I love to see. When I clicked on your YouTube video, I didn't expect to hear what I heard. Right. I said, this is music to my ears. Yeah, man.
And it's from Beloit. And I was like, you know what? That. A lot of people here get bombarded by the barriers, get bombarded by the boundaries. And we focus on not caring about that at the podcast. We have only time to hear each other's most creative ideas.
Sure, and I promote that same mentality. Like I said, beforehand I wasn't like that. I was closed-minded. My eye wasn't open in any way, shape, or form. But through experiences, through music, through the people I met, through this place, man. I spent a lot of time in this place, playing guitar and opening up, and the people I had to play to a crowd, I come in looking like I did, wearing high-top shoes with a hat kicked to the back, and, your 65-year-old old white man would be like, what is he about to do? But then I get up here, and I play Gently Weeps, and it's like, I've been that connection to a lot of people. I've been that, to a lot of people to understand culture isn't what you may think stereotypically. It's what a person is. It's what life has led you to decide you want to be. And when I opened my heart up musically, that made my mind totally open up too. So when I came back to rapping again after 2 years of not even rapping, people thought I was going to play in the band forever. We opened up for Chevelle, had all these shows, the band I was in, Down for the Call, we did good, man. But the band just, broke up. Me and Adam went back to, we're going to rap a little bit. Adam has a band now. So I'm just part of a community of people that, I rap, I play guitar, I produce, I mix, I edit. I got cats coming to my studio now for me to record their music now, and put it all together as your own product,
Yeah, you're staying busy.
Yeah, and that keeps me occupied mentally, so I'm not sitting playing my Xbox all day, which I love to do, but I want to leave an imprint right now, I don't get me wrong, I could totally be okay with this, waking up with my woman, my child, eating good food, going to work, coming home, reading my book, going to sleep, and I just want health and prosperity in my life. I come from the gutter, but I realize with the talents I have, I need to do more. The world needs to hear. I have a motto, good music needs to be shared. It's not, definitely, you can't keep it to yourself, bro. I can have the best stuff in the world in my studio at home, but if I don't get up, put it together, make it a project, and put it out to the world, what's it going to be?
Same thing with me doing this podcast. I probably sat on this idea for over a year, and somebody else wanted to do a podcast, and I thought I would help them. I said, what am I doing? I got to get my idea going first. I don't even know if this is happening. And here I am.
I agree, bro.
All right. I wanted to ask you one more thing. I got a couple more questions for you, but when it comes to all the challenges we have in the city, like you said, you've seen the areas, you've come back to Beloit. When it comes to overcoming negativity and the challenges we face, what do you do? What's something you would say to the younger kids or anyone in our community for challenges?
Being that it's a couple days after July 4th, family, bro. I didn't even realize. I spent 3 years working, corporate life. I was managing the journeys and stuff, and I wasn't at home. I didn't realize how much your little cousins and your family can inspire you to be better.
Yeah.
The younger people, I'm getting older, but I hang out with, people of all ages, you know what I'm saying? But, like, the younger cats inspire me. Have faith in your people. Have faith in humanity, dog, because you listen to all that negative stuff all day. If you wanted to sit and be negative all day, that's what you will be.
It becomes a tool, a device.
Plant the seeds you want to grow, man. So start with yourself mentally. Get a book. find some positive. Look up positivity on Google. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Check out the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to the podcast. You know, do something that's gonna uplift you, whether that is painting. You know, listen. My daughter, you know, loves Minecraft. Well, hopefully you're gonna be an architect when you get older because you're really good at that. If you're gonna do that all the time, well, do something with it. You know what I'm saying? So but mainly tap into what makes you feel good and pursue it. You know, don't let the dark clouds, the rain, don't let none of that stray you away from the sunshine, bro. Because it's definitely out there. Like I said, I spent years of being down, and when I got up, I want other people to feel the same way. It resonates, man. If you put it out there, it will come back. It's like a church offering. You put the money in the plate, next thing you know, you're gonna get a couple of dollars one day. You know, I mean, I'm a church boy at heart, so but then I just do your passion. You know, I did pre-games and after parties. That did great. We did Heat We Have a Problem. That did good. Now, with the stuff you heard acoustically, alternative-wise, after I release pre-games and after parties 2, which is coming out next month, it's a trip with me from Thursday to when I said I wasn't going to go out to Monday when I regret everything. You know, like you know, it's like when you know better. Pre-games and after party 1 is on Google, it's on YouTube. Look that up. I'm releasing part 2 3 years later next month. So when that gets done, I'm going to jump right back to my alternative stuff, finish a whole plethora of the covers and Helping Hand and I Believe in You, and release an independent EP of alternative music and put those waves out there, man. And have this hip hop out there, which is really good lyrically, fun to listen to and current, and you know, my alternative music, which is it's my heart. You know, my hip hop, that's my head, I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my brain,
well, you can't turn away from your roots.
That's my heart, you know what I'm saying? So
I know what you're saying. You got to keep developing. You can't slow that down sometimes.
Find what you love, man,
and
pursue it to the utmost ability. Make time for what you love. There always is time for what you love. If it ain't, get up earlier.
Exactly.
For real,
Cup
man.
of coffee.
Definitely, man.
Okay, so before we get out of here, is there anything you want to promote? Maybe an upcoming event or something you're doing?
Yeah, this weekend, which is July 11th, the 10th and 11th, I'll be at Mustang's Bar shooting a video for my single "Let's Get Right," which is also on YouTube right now and SoundCloud. But I'm promoting really Pre-Games and After Parties Volume 2, releasing that early August. It's the follow-up to Pre-Games and After Parties Volume 1, which I released in 2012. It'll be on daphip.com. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can get copies from me in the city however you want. But also my YouTube page. Type in, Darious Pittman. For my alternative music, my True Blood cover, my random, Beatles love, my late 90s acoustic stuff, which is where my real heart is, And also, just look out for all the music, in Beloit, everyone who's doing music, Doctor from Rockford, J. Do, Rich Porter, Tone Montana, Little Chief, everyone, Volatile, Ben Leggett, everybody, Big Cat, everyone in the city that's doing music, look for all of them. I'm a part of it all. You might hear my voice on all these CDs because we all connect together, man. So look out just for Beloit, period.
Yeah, we've said that before in past episodes. Beloit is a musical city
sure,
throughout our history, so it's crazy to see it continue.
Yeah, man. I've walked down the street with my guitar playing. I've played guitar right here. I've rapped across the street at Pretty Boy Studios. PJA P1 was recorded at Pretty Boy Studios. Shout out to Jesse Young who recorded that for me, and Dwight Miller. This whole city, as I drive around, as I walk around, I got a lot of memories. Rockford is a lot of pain, A lot of my pain was there. Beloit, I found a way to, when I came back to Beloit, to make my hometown place I love. I mean, I gotta drive past the place my dad died at every day. Every time I go to something, I gotta look at Bear and realize that's where my life changed out.
Yeah.
But, if he's looking up at me, he's gonna see I'm making the very best out of it.
I like that.
Very much so.
Well, thanks for joining us today. It was great talking to you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, man.
Like a road my helping hand.
My dad made it.